This is Eyewitness News at 9.
Education is in the spotlight tonight in Indianapolis after Indiana Governor Eric Holcomb's State of the State address last night. In that speech, he outlined how to free up tens of millions of dollars to boost teacher pay, but he doesn't want lawmakers to act on it until next year. The House passed a surplus spending bill, but some say more needs to be done. Eyewitness News' Amanda Mueller here tonight with a look at how it will affect the tri-state. Amanda?
Brandon, in the State of the State address, Indiana Governor Eric Holcomb paid particular attention to education. Teacher pay has been front and center after teachers rallied in Indianapolis in November to demand better pay. In the governor's state address, he proposed $250 million from the state's rainy day fund towards teacher retirement funds next year. He says that would generate up to $50 million towards teacher pay. The president of the local Teachers Association says that is not enough.
Our kids are going to suffer, our teachers are going to suffer if we don't get an increase this year and additional funding next year. And we're not talking about $50 million, we're talking about $600 million.
Earlier this week, the House also passed a surplus spending bill for 6 state college capital projects. The bill uses surplus funding for projects at state universities. USI is one of those projects. The bill outlines $48 million for the school's health professions classroom renovation. Several Democrats supported amendments to that bill that would have increased teacher salaries. Those did not go through. Amanda Mueller, Eyewitness News.